Nonutnovember is an internet challenge where mostly men, and especially teenage boys, abstain from masturbating throughout the entirety of November. So in this video, I'm going to be covering the many types of people who participate in Nonutnovember. By the way, let me know in the comments what day you lost NNN and how it all happened, or if you won NNN and you're watching this in December, comment down below your advice on how you won. But anyways guys, let's get right into the video. The first type of participant I want to talk about is the coping Kuma, which could also be known as the person who lost on the first day of the challenge. Like, if you lose on the first day, you either weren't taking the challenge seriously or you're genuinely addicted to corn. Sometimes it could even be a combination of both. Here's the thing though, once that post-nut clarity kicks in, they start rage coping while saying all sorts of dumb shit. They deadass be saying shit like,
actually, I used my nut pass and I still have my reboot card, so I'm still in. Nonutnovember is a stupid and retarded challenge made by far-right incels. Non-stop Nut November is what real chads participate in. Participating in Nonutnovember can actually increase your chances of prostate cancer. Nonutnovember is outdated and old.
like, no motherfucker, stop coping and admit that you lost. Also, nut passes and reboot cards are not real, nor are they allowed. Like, the challenge is called No Nut November, not a few nuts in November. Like, if you nut voluntarily, you're out. No exceptions. Like, I'm pretty sure this is how it goes for the coping Kuma. Stage 1, it's the 31st of October and you're locked in with that Sigma male crime set. Stage 2, it's the 1st of November and you're home alone. Stage 3, you start getting bored. Stage 4, you decide to say to yourself,
I will go on the hub for just 5 minutes. I won't beat or even touch my meat.
Stage 5,
Whatever. I guess a few strokes won't hurt.
Stage 6,
Holy shit, this feels good.
Stage 7, you nut and end up losing on the first day. Stage 8, the post-nut clarity kicks in and you start rage coping. So, in conclusion, just try not to be like the coping Kuma. The next type of participant I want to talk about is Mr. Honorable Discharge. This is the guy who loses Nonutnovember by having sex. Most participants consider this an honorable discharge. What is meant by this is that you lost the challenge, but in a good way. The Mr. Honorable Discharge guy is usually in a relationship with someone and just wants to participate in Nonutnovember for the fun of it, or to last longer in bed by the 1st of December. Most of these guys' girlfriends most likely tell them that Nonutnovember is stupid, or they try to thirst trap them into having sex. All I'm saying is that if you lose in this kind of way, it's not a bad thing. In fact, I have respect for those who prioritize their relationship over an internet challenge. Sometimes the honorable discharge guy tries to convince their significant other that doing the deed is a lot better on December 1st, but most of the time their girlfriends don't buy what they are saying anyway. However, there are definitely some people lying, losing to their girlfriend, much less having one in the first place. I'm gonna assume that these people are just looking for a cop-out to not participate. But anyways, I am pretty sure that most people who participate in Nonutnovember would love to have an honorable discharge. On a side note though, Mr. Honorable Discharge is a lot better than most participants in Nonutnovember, and especially the ones that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Moving on, the next type of Nonutnovember participant I want to talk talk about is the nut hunter. This is the guy who tries to make other people fail by sending adult content in a very deceiving way. Now, the nut hunter falls into two different groups of people. You either have the e-thoughts on your social media feed that post tons of thirst traps to try and get you to lose, or you have the guys that lost within the first week and are so upset about it to the point where they want to bring others down to their level instead of being supportive to other participants despite losing. These people literally have a "if I can't win, no one can" mentality. Both types of nut hunters are menaces to society. For example, right, a participant's urges is kicking in and he is really horny. He decides to go on the internet for help to try and get rid of these urges. Now, this is where the nut hunter comes into play. They will go into the comment section of this person's post or DM them personally and will post some link to a hardcore erotic porn video, or will post a hyperlink in the comment section of the post, caption something like "this will help you." But the moment you click on the link, guess what happens? A hardcore porn video loads up on your screen. Like, if that isn't supervillain behavior to you, then I don't know what is. So in conclusion, don't be like the nut hunter. Anyways, the fourth type of Nonutnovember participant I want to talk about is the nofap cultist. This is the guy who thinks he is superior to everyone. The kind of guy who tries to enforce their BS onto others. Now, before you attack me in the comments, I have nothing against nofap, nor am I saying you should beat your meat ferociously. In fact, I would argue that nofap has a few benefits. But these nofap cultists are really trying to enforce their dumbass rules onto others. Not only that, but instead of being nice and supportive to other participants who failed or is on the verge of failing, they flame them and make fun of them. Even to those who beat their personal record and make it very far. Like, for example, right, someone can make a post on social media online about how they broke their personal record by 7 days and just failed, and some nofap cultist will be in the comments saying "lol, weak," or "okay, Kuma." Now, I'm not saying every nofapper is like this, but some of them definitely are. Not to mention they deadass be trying to enforce their BS rules onto others. They really be making up dumbass rules like if you edge, you're out. If you watch porn, you're out. If you get hard, you're out. Like, no, motherfucker. The main point of NNN is to not nut. That's literally it. Like, do these people know how many participants will fail if their rules were properly enforced? Like, for example, one guy gets bored and randomly gets a boner. And guess what happens? He will think, "Ah, shit, I already failed. Might as well go and finish." So, in conclusion, if you want to abstain from fapping forever, or you want to bust as many nuts to your fave waifu, then be my guest, but don't enforce your BS on others. The fifth type of participant I'm gonna talk about is the superhero. This is the guy who is basically like the opposite of the nut hunter. Instead of trying to make others fail, he supports and motivates struggling participants. He makes posts on social media motivating others to keep on going, to try and win. This type of guy is basically the Superman of Nonutnovember. They are always there to help those that feel like giving up and are always posting tips/advice on how to kill those horny urges. Honestly, I don't have much to say about this type of person, but what I can say for sure is that we should definitely be more like the superhero type of Nonutnovember participant. And finally, the last type of participant I want to discuss is the horseman. If you don't know what the horseman is basically the person who loses Nonutnovember in the craziest way possible. An example of this is when a guy on the Nonutnovember subreddit admitted that he lost to a turkey. There are also more examples of this, like someone losing to a plunger, another losing to a gun, and someone else losing to Skibbity Toilet. But here's the catch. I personally believe that some of these stories can be real and believable, while others are definitely way too crazy to even be considered believable and are honestly just looking for attention. But anyways guys, that is all I have for you in today's video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment down below your own video ideas, or even comment down below something positive. But anyways guys, see you all in the next one.